Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at NVDA on the daily, weekly, monthly time frames using technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to my website, sign up, or click down here in the bottom right hand corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Alright guys, so NVIDIA daily chart, 342 up, 50 cents up after hours, 10 million shares traded, 2.20% green on the day. So let's go to the 10-minute chart real quick. So as everything gapped up, the SPY, the Qs, the IWM, the IYT, the SPY, everything, this gaps up with it, guys. As soon as the SPY and everything starts to fade, this one actually hit double top first, just kind of weak. And then as the SPY started coming in, this started coming in. And then the Qs as well, we get the little dip on news and then a little pop on we're close to a China trade deal. So that right now we're dealing with a lot of news. So just be careful when you're entering these trades, long or short, for the news can pop or the news can drop these markets. And everything right now is a market trade with the SPY, the Qs, and the overall indexes. Daily chart, though, on NVIDIA, guys, for the bullish case, all right? You're down, you're sideways, a little bit more of a bearish pattern. But if you're long and trying to go long on this stock, you got to get over this pivot here first and close. It looked pretty good on this day, came right back in and closed below. That high pivot is right at 160.88. If you could get above that, that's your first step. Next step would be 167.03 or the 250 retrace. You get above that, even better. Then you have gap fill. Then you have about the 174.71 area here. That's going to be really big resistance. That was the December 3rd G20. Everything's good. We got a deal. And then they pulled the rug on everybody. And this one's been chopping, dropping, chopping, and right now it's really not doing anything. Probably waiting on news, or maybe they have an upgrade coming, or maybe a big stock buyback, get this thing rolling. But at the end of the day, if we come back up here, get above 175, fill this gap, get above the 200 even number and gap fill. A lot of gap fills coming up, guys. 200 even number. I think we can maybe make a run for 217, this high pivot, or maybe even the 618 gap fill right around 230. All right, not that it's just going to go straight up, guys. It could. It's NVIDIA. It was the stock of the year, but just watch for these areas to recapture and then grind. You have a slightly bullish pattern here, but a little bit of an inside bar bearish pattern. This one's a little mixed, guys. Down, sideways, bearish. Smaller time frames. I mean, you can even go. Let's look at the 60-minute. Yearly's even more stupid, but 60-minute. Let's look at the, see, even the 60's just choppy. So we made that one push here, gap fill, comes right back in, and then just starts chopping. Kind of pops, comes right back in, pops, kind of holding. So the 60's not telling us too much, just a little bit choppy action. But the daily, guys, slightly bullish, above the MAs, everything, it's okay. It's just got to get above these areas. Now the bearish case, this thing starts to slip, fills the gap, gets below the MAs, slightly more on the bearish side. Still has to break through this trend line because we made the low, higher low. That's going to be some support down in here, as well as that pivot around 132 and, of course, the 125 pivot down here. So overall, it's bearish. But the micro patterns, it's slightly bullish, but it's still, every time it pulled back, rallied up, pulled back, rallied up, right back in that area again. Are we going to drop again? That seems to be, look, drop, pop, drop, pop, drop, pop. Do we get out of that sequence? If we do, then watch those areas. Downside, watch these areas, all right? Weekly chart, even a little more bearish. Actually, monthly. Let's see, weekly. Where's the W? Weekly, look at that, guys. Staircase up. I mean, it was like 16, 17 weeks up and 3 weeks down, guys. It was crazy. Actually, more than that. That was actually the monthly. But look at that, guys. Yeah, it was 3 months down. It was 16 months up. 3 months wiped out all these gains. But we almost hit the 200 MA down here, but we hit the quarter number at 125, and that's where it bounced. On the weekly time frame, telling us a little bit different story, guys. Below the 50, below the 20, a little bit weaker stance. Still above the 200, so it's slightly bullish, but down sideways from a high pivot, and you can't even get back above the 250 area on the retrace. Man, this thing's weak. Unless the markets start moving up and then these start making a run. The Apples, the NVIDIAs, the Googles, the Teslas, the Facebooks. Because really, even the Facebook and Apple, they really haven't gone anywhere either. So it's a little bit interesting to me, guys, watching these charts. This was the stock of the year. Why aren't we back up to the highs? Look at the Qs. If we go on the weekly chart, we do the fib from the high to the low, we're right back to the 618, almost 750. All these charts, the SPY, the DIA, they're all back in this area, guys. Even the DIA, I believe, is above the 750. Then why isn't NVIDIA stock of the year? That should be up in this area. So are they kind of saving it for a big squeeze, maybe? Because you know probably a lot of people are piling in shorts, and the longs are already done. They already bought the dip. They're out of ammo. The shorts are just, oh, come on, baby. Short. I can't go short on this one. It's already had the butt kicking. I mean, it could go down. I'd rather wait for the pullback, and then I'll go long. I mean, it could pull back to 100, maybe even 95. This is setting up, guys. Down, sideways. This is bearish, but still bullish. Weekly chart, you got to get back above that 200 MA. Same spots, basically, in the 175. Gets above that, then we could probably make a run for that 200 MA on the daily, and then the 50 MA on the weekly. Same price around the 217. 200 is going to be a big area too, but let's see what this one can do. NVIDIA, guys, stock of the year. They had that, and so it drilled in so many traders' heads that it's never going to go down. This is the month, so 15 months up, 3 months wiped out all those gains. Pretty incredible. 220, always the price target on high flyers. Next one will be the 50 MA, right at 116. And this one too, down, sideways. Got to get above that 175. If you can't get above 175, I think we're just going to chop and then next sell off. And who knows? I still believe should have never have been a $300 stock, or 280 or whatever, 292. Come on, this was $20 in 2015. We run to 300. Why? Not quite sure. Well, Fed-induced rally. The Federal Reserve, guys, out of control right now. And this one, they just spanked everybody. Telling everyone, sell, even at 200. Start taking profits. Everyone laughed. It's at 290. You were telling everyone at 200. Now we're at 125. That 200 price, that 200 taking money off didn't look too bad, did it? It looked bad here. Oh my gosh, bookie. You left so much on the table. Well, that's fine. If it pulls back, then we'll see. Pulls back to 125, guys. You could have been buying the dip. So for all you guys who held like a greedy little pig, been there, done that. You know what happens, guys, especially on the high flyers. I've been trading these for a while. If you follow me on StockTwits, you know exactly what I've been doing. So, all right, guys, so NVIDIA, be careful. Either way, if it starts to move, let this thing roll. If it starts to move down, you know the areas on the downside. Again, SPY moves up, this should grind. SPY moves down, this should probably move down. Qs too. I mean, this is more of a Qs trade, but it's an overall market trade period right now. Watch the China trade, watch the Brexit news, watch any of this stuff, guys. Next thing you know, some ugly data comes out and the markets are dumping out of the blue. Just kind of like this. Out of the blue, guys, 3 months. Pure selling. So, all right, guys, that's NVIDIA. Again, don't forget to subscribe down here in the bottom right-hand corner. We're going to do some live stuff next week, so come by, check us out, and we'll take it from there. Again, thanks for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. God bless. See you on the charts.